Hello, our first Saliva cast of 2025. Welcome to Saliva Cast, the podcast where we talk about everything related to salivary diagnostics and how it impacts our clinical practice and our patients' health. I'm your host, Dr. Deborah Heller, founder of Saliva Pro Hub and co founder of Saliva Pro Sports. And today, the podcast, we will talk about salivary diagnostics trends in 2025. So let's all have a great start for an amazing year. So, in this episode, I want to explore with you the incredible advances in salivary diagnostics and their impact in modern dentistry. I'm Deborah Heller, and I will guide you through the trends shaping the future of our clinical practices. Let's start with a fact, the present reality of salivary diagnostics. Did you know that molecular testing, such as oral microbiome analysis, is now a reality for dentists around the globe? Yes, us dentists here in Brazil, where I'm recording this podcast right now, and also in the United States and across Europe. We all have available to us in our clinical practice oral microbiome tests. Salivary diagnostics have become more accessible, allowing us to truly tailor treatments with unprecedented precision. That is right. We are finally and truly practicing tailored dentistry, precision dentistry, because we have all incorporated salivary diagnostics in our daily clinical practices. For example, oral microbiome tests. This test has enabled us to determine, for instance, frequency of checkups, or even as simple as helping us tailor and individualize diagnosis protocols, treatment protocols. Salivary test has helped us truly to shape our clinical practice and to truly individualize for each patient. This is something I have been using in my clinical practice here in São Paulo, Brazil. I know many saliva dentists that are using it as well. I ended 2024 with beautiful clinical case where we used the oral microbiome test to help us in the diagnosis of my patient and to also to tailor his treatment protocol. So salivary tests can help us from determining the ideal restorative material, the frequency of checkups, or even something as simple and yet very impactful as recommending the best toothpaste for each patient. Dentists, saliva diagnostics are here and they are already making our treatments more effective and individualize. So, as a dental scientist, I want to bring you key scientific evidence supporting salivary diagnostics. Let's talk about the science behind this transformation. A groundbreaking study by Dr. Flavia Tellis from UPenn, University of Pennsylvania, and from Dr. William Ginobili Group, Dean of Harvard Dental School, was published in the December issue of the Journal of Clinical Periodontology. This is the journal that guides periodontists around the globe, and it demonstrated that saliva biomarkers, listen to this, turn up the volume, saliva biomarkers could predict periodontitis progression and measure treatment effectiveness. This study monitored over 300 patients for a year and found that elevated levels of 9 inflammation related proteins in saliva. That's correct. You listened to it correctly. In saliva, correlated with disease progression. Imagine a simple saliva test kit that could predict and monitor gum disease, not only in your clinic, but also at our patient's home. This is personalized dentistry at its best. Artificial intelligence and advanced dental analysis are taking this even further. By combining these saliva diagnostics, these salivary biomarkers with clinical data, we can provide even more tailored and accessible oral care. The future is now, and salivary diagnostics are leading the way. As we start 2025, I have chosen my word for this new year. And as you may guess correctly from what I have told you so far, the word I have chosen is prediction. Prediction through saliva diagnostics is truly transforming how we diagnose, treat, and personalize patient care. Let's dive into why 2025 is the year to fully embrace salivary diagnostics into our daily clinical practice. That's correct. Salivary diagnostics in everyday dentistry. So, how can we do this? How can we bring this science into our daily practices? Let me start 2025, our first saliva cast of this beautiful year, bringing you saliva diagnostics tips, a guide how to do this. For instance, salivary diagnostics can guide how often patients should return for checkups. Salivary diagnostics can guide which treatment plan, which treatment protocol to follow. Saliva diagnostics can guide how to manage patients with dry mouth. This is your patient who is an electronic cigarette user, patient that has been using zero stomach medication, or women in pre and post menopause. That's correct, because patients with dry mouth are at higher risk of oral diseases, higher risk of caries, and restorations with lower survival rates. With salivary diagnostics, you dentists, you can create a tailored plan to improve our patients' quality of life and to ensure long-term success for your restorations. For instance, salivary diagnostics are the cornerstone of personalized dentistry. The future is personalized dentistry. The future is prediction. That's my word for 2025. I started 2024 last year with the word prevention. I remember I had a live stream from Buenos Aires in Argentina where I spent 2024 to 2023, 2024 New Year's. And my word was prevention. This year I go further. It's still prevention, but it is prevention even better. It is prediction because salivary diagnostics, it's here and it's here to stay. It is the future of personalized dentistry. The use of salivary diagnostics is expanding beyond oral health to systemic health. Genetic prediction tests are becoming part of our toolbox. That's correct. As dentists, we now have access to genetic risk tests, helping us to personalize care on a much deeper level. With these advances, we are not just improving oral health, we are contributing to the overall well being of our patients. In a world where anxiety, xerostomia, xerostomia medications, and lifestyle factors are more common than ever, saliva diagnostics allow us to provide better care. They help us to predict. That's my word for 2025, prediction. Salivary diagnostics help us to predict outcomes and tailor treatments, ensuring our patients have the best quality of life possible and that us dentists have the best clinical success as possible. This year, I have had already the privilege to start my 2025 by training European dentists in Portugal through our Saliva Pro training program. It's exciting to see dentists worldwide embracing salivary diagnostics. Have you started yet? If not, now is the time. This is now a call to action. Join us for Saliva Pro. Saliva Pro training, available both online and in person. This course is designed to bring evidence-based salivary diagnostics to your clinical practice, making personalized dentistry a reality. Let's transform how we deliver care, one saliva test at a time. As always, dentists, it is an honor to be here with you. It is an honor to have you listening to SalivaCast. Thank you. Thank you so much for tuning in to SalivaCast. If you're ready to bring prediction and personalization into your practice, I encourage you to take the next step. Reach out to us, joining one of our trainings, and subscribe to our weekly main list, Saliva News. You can also find me on YouTube, Dr. Deborah Heller on YouTube. I'm also on Instagram. I have a Portuguese Instagram profile, a dentista cientista. And also, I've just started an international profile on Instagram, Dr. Deborah Heller on Instagram. And I'm present here on Spotify, on your favorite podcast at podcast streamer, Saliva Cast. Together, I am certain we can make 2025 the year of personalized dentistry, the year of prediction, the year of salivary diagnostics, transforming lives one patient at a time. Let's together embark on this mission to bring more health, prevention, and quality of life to our patients around the world. This journey began in Brazil and now it's crossing borders, connecting continents, and making evidence based dentistry more accessible than ever. Let's do this together. If you enjoyed this episode, share it with your colleagues and keep following the podcast. I will see you the next time. I take this first Saliva Cast of 2025 to wish you a very happy and successful New Year's. And I'm sure that with salivary diagnostics, we'll be able to bring even more health to all our patients. It's an honor to be here with you. Happy 2025. Happy New Year's. I'll see you at the next Saliva Cast. Thank you for tuning in.